Hello, how are you? My name is Bernadette. I'm the manager of Sligo Traveller Support Group, and I suppose for the purpose of this video, we are a community development organisation that work with the traveller community in the county Sligo, but we also work with community and voluntary organisations and statutory bodies. For the purpose of this, we do a lot of work on substance misuse and working with clients in diversionary programs. So we'd have mechanics, we would have home maintenance, we would have a variety of things within that, but it's around giving young people the opportunity, young people from 15 to 75, so we'll say even in the middle gap like my own age, yeah, you'd have people who would have maybe issues with substance misuse or have family members who would have issues with substance misuse. So we do a lot of diversionary programs. Now, Kathleen and Cheryl, who's here with me, they deliver a lot of those programs. So Kathleen, if you want to talk a wee bit about the things that you do, and Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm Kathleen and I'm a primary healthcare in Sligo Traveller Support Group, and my main focus would be the mental health.
Okay. Well, what kind of programs are you delivering with the young women, Kathleen, for instance?
Well, we do cooking programs, we do Operation Transformation. We'd also bring the ladies on walking, just if it was only for it to talk and just to get out of the house. We do educational programs.
Well, what about the latest thing that you're doing now with the girls with the mechanics and the home maintenance, Kathleen? Like, that's got to be great.
Yes, we are starting the home maintenance and the mechanics, where it's learning the girls how to look after their homes, that you can change the plug, that you can do their lights, what's necessary to be done, but it's also learning them about their cars, because a lot of women drives and they don't have someone to help them with the maintenance of the car. So
yeah, but equally the reason that we've started those is because you may be in a home where there's a male or a female that's supposedly in the role of working that and may have a substance misuse, so you have to have a person who's able to do it as well. So you nearly have to be multitasking.
To help women become more independent of themselves.
But also to give them diversionary progress on themselves in case it's adding to their toolkit, if you want, because it's giving them stuff that they would need to know, but also it adds value to yourself, because education is power at the end of the day, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? And with all the work that we're doing with the different services, like a credit to all the services, particularly the Drugs Task Force in this instance, we'd be absolutely lost without them, because there's so many young people, both young men and women, as I said, from 15 to 75, and you have different things that they want to be learning and different things that they need to be doing. So it's an alternative to doing stuff that is not desirable in a family, because it has a negative effect on the family, you know, from a child to whoever's in the home. But as I was saying, the boys, for instance, they would do anything from cooking. Today now they're gone back to Climb Crow Patrick. Yeah. Then you have a group of women who's going to do Lochderg next week, but at the one time you have the darkness into light. But all of that has an impact from the substance misuses. You know,
it all connects now. On Friday it'd be the Peter House, it'd be the darkness into light. That walk would be going ahead on Friday, but it's about getting out, walking, talking, and just anyone. There's not everybody that can talk out, but it's nice to have a listening ear when they need it.
Yeah. The mixing and the networking.
Yes, that's what it's all about. We're doing the SNA level 5. We have one group already completed on our second group for it to continue on to the SNA level 6, and we're doing the community development at the moment, and that'll be a level 5 credited. So it's a lot of back to education, but it's a lot of getting people out mixing, and it's a lot mental health. We'd have.
But you're after school services too, Kathleen.
That's what I was just.
When you have the parents coming in.
That's what I was just saying. When the parents is attending courses or classes, we'd have an after school service, which also caters for their meal. They'd get their hot meal, they'd get their homework done, and it's giving the parents that doesn't have the opportunity of having someone to look after their kids to get out to do further education or what it may be that they need to do. It's giving them the opportunity of getting out.
And what about the autism, Shirley? All the stuff that's going on with autism.
Well, there's a lot goes on here with autism, between coffee mornings, just trips that's set up just specifically for families with autistic children.
Swimming lessons for autism children.
Yeah, that's
it. The Sensory Day at Christmas for the Westport houses brought down completely to sensory sensitive, and the families go, the nominated families go, who's allocated a place, and it's absolutely wonderful, because if a child has to have a meltdown, everybody there is in the same situation, so there's nobody looking at anybody, you know, that kind of way. But there's a lot of progression, thankfully. And then when you were having these mental health days, Kathleen, mental health and well days, everything is to be inclusive with all families, so that there's a section for children with disabilities or people with disabilities, and specifically for autism because of the meltdowns that happens. And I think that credit, now Marie is not here with us today, but credit to Marie, there's an awful lot of stuff that is happening with that, and I think STSG is actually leading on it, which I'm very proud of, to be honest.
Yes. And they are doing a lot of work with it, and we always make sure no matter what we're doing, like I have a family fun day on the 25th of May, there'll always be a sensory corner, and we'll always take into consideration with children with autism. So that we're involving everyone. It's not just for one child, it's for every child.
But you know something you didn't talk about, Kathleen, I have to say, you didn't talk about the mental health work, and you're doing mental health yourself in Terry.
Yes, I am talking, yes. About the mental health work.
Yeah, the stuff that you're doing with it.
Yeah, well, we have Terry, and Terry is involved with a lot of the men, the young and the old, where he's running programs, where he's doing gym passes for them to get out more. Fishing can be the football, it can also be the maintenance, the engineering, the cooking. So we have a lot of programs going on, and it's all down to really the mental health. It's keeping the person focused, so they don't have that time, just to keep the brain going, basically.
And then Cheryl is doing a phenomenal amount of work on accommodation and domestic violence. You're linking in with Cleona. Mm-hmm.
Just supporting and advocating for people with domestic violence, with it linking with substance misuse as well, and the high rate of homelessness in Sligo. So there's a lot of work going into accommodation, just supporting people in seeking accommodation, getting out of homeless, and helping them get better accommodation. And for people with disabilities, making sure that they have what they need within their own accommodation as it is, or finding more suitable accommodations better for their needs.
But it's working with people from where they're at. That's what STSG do. We don't go out and tell people what we think they should do, what they don't. They come in, or we go out to a family visit, and then it's what they want to do. And then it's we guide them, we give them the few pathways they can take, and whatever pathway they decide to take, well then that's the road we guide them down.
We go out within the community in the lines of our courses now, our programs. We ask them what they are interested in. There's no point us offering something that there is no interest in. We go out and we find the numbers of people that want what education they want, what courses they want, what would they like to do, and then we help sort that out for them. Just giving people the opportunity.
Well, anybody that wants to get in contact with Sligo Travellers can contact us via the phone number, which is 07191 45780, or they can contact us via email, which is info@stsg.ie.